Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be doing the Q&A. It is currently uh, 11:13, August 9th, 2025. Uh, yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I hit 10 years on YouTube. August 3rd, that's when my first video was posted. So, yay, woot woot. Uh, Gosh, it's been pretty wild. So I decided to go on both my Instagram and here, see if you guys had any questions for me. And after these questions, I will go a little more in depth about myself, just because I've been doing this 10 years. I consider you guys like very good friends. So without any further ado, I wrote down all the questions I got. So let's just get right into it. I will save one of these for last just because it's a bit of a longer one, but first one is from Sour Toast TV, someone who joins my live streams and, who is starting to make a stop motion universe, which so far, just from the small clips he's done, it's going to be very good. I can already tell that. So, shout out to Sour Toast. His question is, I'm 7 months into the I'm 7 months into the action figure collecting hobby. How do I repel all the women chasing me down now that they know about my collection? Well, very good question. It's a very, very difficult thing. I have to beat the women off with a stick 90% of the time. All you gotta say is, for the most part, stop chasing me! I'm scared! That's the main thing I do. And at least 3 out of the 5 times that's happened to me, it's worked. The other 2 times they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just trying to shop in this aisle. I don't know. Women are crazy, man. The next question was from Beagle Productions. Shout out to him too. He sold me his, if you can see it right there, the Mafex Homelander, which I love him. He's beautiful. He's standing right in the middle of the shelf. So, yeah. Thank you again for that, Beagle. So his question is, when am I planning on releasing my first stop motion film in my universe? And I did answer these on Instagram. I do plan on trying to release it later this year. In all honesty, I just keep putting it off. Mostly because I have to reshoot something, and then I was just kind of like, I already put too much work into this, and I don't really feel like doing it at the moment. And that was in February. So, little behind, because I was planning on, filming and releasing it in February. But, as of the fact I was starting a new job, and also the fact that, you know, it was also winter and the power in my town went out for a couple days, so couldn't really do too much. Which, I mean, I'm also just kind of, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but I keep putting things off. Procrastinate. I procrastinate way too much, and I'm trying to get better about that. The next question, also asking about my universe. That was from Ghost Motion, aka Hobo525. He rebranded, which, I mean, I really love his animation so far. Very funny. Especially his 1A1. I love that one. He asked me 3 separate questions. The first one is, do I plan on doing YouTube forever? I do plan on doing YouTube for a while, just because it's a nice little, side project I can do, like stop motion wise and everything like that. It's just more of something that I originally did just so I can kind of keep track of, just what my collection is, what I've gotten, just everything, just kind of like a log, I guess, in a sense. Granted, I haven't posted very many videos the past couple months, just because, things, happen and stuff. Not going to get too much into that. The next question he asked is, what is my favorite video I made? Truthfully, most of my videos I do are usually one take. I don't put a ton of effort into them. If you guys haven't noticed, like, I mean, I've just recently started, like, within the past year or so, actually trying to put more effort into it, like actually putting a thumbnail, rather than, just letting it do whatever clip it does. Oh, what was the question again? My favorite. Yeah. Like, my favorite videos are the ones I did where I was actually doing, like, small stop motion things. Like, I made, like, 3 stop motions, roughly, one after the other. One of them was Captain America versus AIM Agent. That one was pretty basic. Nothing super exciting about it. Basically just, seeing Cap, walk over to a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, because the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent stole his shield. Or not S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, AIM agent stole his shield. Cap takes it back and then just, kind of decks him in the face, and then you see the AIM agent falling. That was my first attempt at a stop motion, and it didn't have any sound because I didn't know how to add audio. But I found that out with the next couple. Gosh, I can't remember what my second one was, but the one that I'm thinking of right now was, gosh, I don't remember what it was. I know I made it with, like, the Marvel Legends I got that year for Christmas, Kitty Pryde, Captain America. Iron Fist was there too, I believe, and I think there was a Spider-Man. And, basically just see them, you know, uh, fighting a walker. I I can't really remember it, but, that was definitely the highest quote-unquote budget one. And then the one I think went the smoothest out of all of them, the one I think I actually put the most work into, was Hulk versus Nuke. It wasn't anything too exciting, but basically you just see this guy in the corner being cornered by Nuke because Nuke was about to, kill him. Uh, and then you see the Hulk come in because I was like, oh, that'd be a cool character just to see punch someone. And, it would make it, a little easier because Hulk can basically just one punch 90% of people who are super soldiers, in my eyes. So basically, the guy who's being robbed is in the corner. Uh, and then, when Hulk shows up, Nuke turns around, and then that's when the guy gets away. And then Hulk goes up to him, goes, Hulk smash! Just punches him up against a wall. Nuke hits the wall, falls to the ground, and then Hulk just curb stomps his head. Yeah, that one's my favorite. That's the one I think I actually put the most effort into stop motion wise. Really, really enjoy that one. Uh, and the last question before the really big question. Am I still doing my Death of Gwen Stacy stop motion? Yes, I am. Uh, I'm like, it's the one that I was talking about, the one that I've been putting off since February, because I do need to reshoot something because I realize there's maybe something a little too personal into it. Nothing like emotionally wise, but I mean, like, because I couldn't think of a name for the funeral, not funeral, for the cemetery scene. So I just picked, something that I was like, this seems very funeral-esque, just because I couldn't really think of anything, and I didn't want to use, like, an actual, cemetery name, because, which, I mean, it's probably smarter to use an actual cemetery, but, I didn't think that well ahead before I made it. So I do need to, delete that part and then reshoot it. But, I mean, that's not going to be too bad. I've just been, like I said, procrastinating excessively. But yes, I am very excited about it. I do need to, like, I haven't wrote the script because, I just need to find the right way to put it and the right words to really, because I made it because, like, I've been going through some stuff the past year, which I did make a couple videos about in the past, but I did delete them, just because, no one, I wasn't in the right state of mind when I was making those videos. Enough about that. But yes, I am still doing the Death of Gwen Stacy, and it will be hopefully coming within the next couple months, because I do plan on doing it, because, you know, I will be going back to my regular teaching assistant job, rather than the lawn care position that I'm currently in. That's been truthfully just very, very hot and miserable. So, yeah. And then for the last big question, from my good friend Optima Awesome 101. He's one of my original friends along with Hobo on the internet. So I started my channel back in 2015. How has it been, and have I met other folks on YouTube other than Opt and Hobo? I've met a few people. Some of them I've met got really... I like to think I got close to them, and then they left. Like my friend Dorbs. He was a very nice kid. He used to join my live streams when I used to do them like every Saturday or Friday, I can't remember. And that's... Gosh, he was such a nice guy. I miss him. I hope he's doing okay, because he hasn't joined my live stream in, gosh, forever at this point. Like, it's been like 6 years, maybe more. I have met a couple people I played video games with on here. I don't talk to them anymore just because, you know, also kind of leading back into, you know, the very rough year I've had, and I kind of, I pushed them away. I will admit that. Like, it's my fault, just because I'm not super well up here at the moment, but I am trying to get better. I don't want to get more into that because don't want you guys worrying. I am perfectly fine. Other than that, there's IZ Art, Beagle Productions, JT Animations, really cool guy. I just recently voiced in a stop motion for him. I was Cyclops. I really liked his. I think it was Wolverine and Spider-Man basically going in and trying to rescue Cyclops, and then Deadpool shows up because he also got kidnapped. Very good. And then he also plays 21 Guns by Green Day. 21 Guns by Green Day. It was phenomenal. He needs more subscribers too. Like, go check him out. Along with everyone else I'm talking about. Who else? IZ Art, Beagle, who also makes good stop motions. I voiced for him too. JT Animations. God, I can't. SJ Productions. He's pretty cool too. I really enjoy him. He's also helped me out too, just because he pre-ordered the Mephisto for me, because for some reason it wasn't letting me pre-order him. So I gave him the money, and he pre-ordered it for me. So shout out to him. I owe you, Seti. He goes by Seti too. So what else? Yeah, those are basically just the ones that kind of are on the top of my head right now. Also, Sour Toast. Almost forgot you. You were the first question. You've been pretty cool the short amount of time I've known you, man. It's been really cool, and yeah. If I forgot to mention anybody, I do apologize. There's just a lot of you to remember, so I just went with the ones that stuck out the most. And that was only the first part of his really big question, which, thank you for the question. Thank you, everyone, for the questions, actually. How was the experience as a whole, and please indulge 10 years? Ooh, I don't know if you mean, like, the friendship part, or the entirety, but I'm just assuming you mean, like, the 10 years I've been on YouTube. It's been a trip. I've met some very cool people. I've gotten to talk to some pretty awesome people. I got to voice in some pretty awesome stop motions. The first stop motion I actually voiced in was for Marvel Stop Motion Studios when he was just restarting his universe, which I loved all his, I don't remember the name of it. I think it was like Avengers East and Avengers West. Like, his cousin did the West Coast stuff, and he did the East Coast stuff, like I love those. Those were some of my favorite videos, man. I really wish he didn't get rid of them, but I mean, I do understand, you know, he wanted to restart, and it was awesome. And I actually got to voice Black Panther for my first ever stop motion, which, I mean, a little weird at the time, just because, you know, I'm white and I was voicing an African American character, which, I mean, if you're voicing a character that you actually care about, because I'm not gonna say I, like at the time when I did it, I really enjoyed Black Panther. Uh, I can't really read most of his comics. Like I really enjoy the Ultimate one, but I mean, the other ones are just a little too, what's the word, political. Just because you know he is a king of a country, and it does kind of get political. I like more action-based comics, but I mean, it was still a great experience. I am still very, very happy that I got to do it, and you know, shout out to him for getting me into the voice acting stuff because that was something I always wanted to try. Yeah, always wanted to try out, and very grateful that he got, you know, that I got picked for it. So shout out to him. Faraz Hanif. Yeah, Faraz. I think that's his name. If I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize. And then he said, congrats on 10 years. And then for the last part of the question, also, what did you want to do when you first started? Besides reviewing action figures? Love you, by the way. Yeah, love you too, Opt. Opt's been one of my closest friends on, you know, YouTube, Instagram. Gosh, for quite a while. Like, he was part of a group chat that I used to be in, Agna. Sadly, most of the members are no longer doing some of the stuff. Oh yeah, also Spider Dude. Shout out to Spider Dude. Forgot to mention him when I mentioned the friends. He's one of the few of the original members of the group chat I was in that's, you know, still doing this whole action figure superhero thing. And he makes amazing stop motions, man. Like, I'm so proud of him. I really am. It's kind of like that Big Brother thing where it's like, you know, you'll pick on them, but, you know, you'll always, you know, just still be very proud of them. That's kind of what it's like for me. And, you know, all the people that I am friends with. Like, I feel like the big brother slash uncle, which, you know, Uncle Carnage. Yeah. Gosh, what was the question again? Yeah, I don't know if I'm ADHD or something, but I just never keep on track. Also, what did you want to do when you first started? Well, originally, like when I first started out, I just wanted to do haul videos. That was my original intention. And then I kind of grew from there, like the comic books and to comic books, and then you know I didn't do a ton of action figure reviews in the past. Like I can think of like exactly like 3 or 4, because I did the Walgreens exclusive Punisher. I did X-23 from the Sasquatch Wave, and I know this year I've actually kind of increased the action figure reviews just because I was kind of, you know, trying to find something to kind of distract me. Because going back to, you know, what I mentioned earlier about being a rough year. Yeah. Other than that, it's not too much deviant. I mean, I did also want to do stop motions when I first started, which is what some of those videos were. But, you know, like I said, I procrastinate way too much and usually never follow through or do anything, but I'm actually, you know, getting my quote unquote ass into gear and actually, you know, making sure I do it because I'm almost done with my Gwen Stacy one that was mentioned earlier. So, yeah. And just, you know, a handful of other things that I do want to say. I'm going to kind of introduce myself to all of you guys because, you know, I've been on here since I was about 15 years old. So I'll just give you kind of like a little history on why I, you know, also started. Like I originally started YouTube because of the fact that, you know, I didn't have friends. I genuinely mean that. Like, I had no one I hung out with outside of school. No one ever really wanted to hang out with me outside of school. No one ever really wanted really anything to do with me during any of my school years. The only things that I actually can say I felt, welcomed at were Grand Theft Auto 5, and that game I played from the age of 13 all the way up until 17 when they were just starting to move it from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4, which I thought was so cool at first, and then I found out you had to pay to play it, which I thought was the dumbest thing ever, because why do I have to pay to play the online thing that's been free for like the past 4 years? That made no sense to me. Uh, and then after that, I just kind of didn't play games as much. I did play, I still played games, just not to the extent I did when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Like I would, just play whatever games caught my fancy at the time. Fallout 4, I remember enjoying that quite a bit. I mostly just fucked around and found out most of the time in that game. Uh, yeah. And while I was doing that, I was also still kind of doing YouTube at the time. Uh, like, this is something I haven't mentioned before, but a few days after I posted the first couple videos, uh, my best friend Dodge was a dog. Dodge was my best friend. He was truthfully the closest thing I had to like an actual like friend, because he was there for me. He listened to me. He loved me, man. And I loved him. He was my best friend. I miss him a lot. I still think about him quite a bit. Like, I mean, to the point where like how to open my phone is the nickname I had for him, which I'm not going to say the nickname just in case anyone, you know, does get my phone. But uh I still have his dog tag. It's currently uh downstairs. And I do wear it very seldomly. Like, I know when he first passed away, I had it in my pocket for, gosh, I want to say maybe like the first 3 months after he passed away. And like, let me just say, that was the first like loss I ever really felt, because I never really had the loss of a family member before that I was really close with. But he was the first one. And I know, like, during my first few videos, I mostly did YouTube just to kind of distract myself. And I mean, it was easier because I was with family. And yeah, not gonna get too much more into that, but I kind of dealt with his death for a long time. And by a long time, I mean like first 3-4 years during, which was my beginning of high school, from freshman to like, I want to say maybe like beginning or middle of junior year. I was really struggling with him being gone, just because, like I said, he was my best friend. And then I just had no one else that really wanted to hang out with me or talk to me most of the time at school, which I know probably seems sad and like I'm trying to get sympathy, but I'm not. It's kind of whatever to me. I didn't really like most of the people at my school. Most of them were just kind of stuck up. Uh, what else? Gosh, got way too distracted with that. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. It's been a very wild ride on YouTube these past 10 years, man. And it's so baffling for me to say that just because I didn't expect to keep doing this 10 years later. Like, like I mentioned, I mostly just did this just for. I think I mentioned it, but I mostly originally did this because of the fact that, I just didn't have friends, and I was thinking maybe if I do this, I can probably make some friends, and then it was kind of a way to, kind of distract myself after my dog died. Uh, yeah, and I mean, Nothing too else exciting. There's been drama in the community I'm in. Not going to really get into that just because most of it's just kind of petty and pathetic. Uh, Other than that, yeah, it's been a really great trip, and I genuinely do mean this. All of you who follow me, stick with me, through all of this, you guys are genuinely the greatest reason to keep doing YouTube. I mean that. You guys really mean the world to me. Like, you guys are, kind of there for me when it kind of gets hard. Uh, Granted, I know that the past year I have pushed quite a lot of people away and have been, very pathetic and I don't know if pathetic's the right word, but I don't really know how to word it, but I've been not great mentally and I've been trying to deal with it the best way I can, but as of the fact that, it's difficult to push past something. And like, I mean, it's not fun. It really isn't because I know what I'm trying to say and do, but it just doesn't go the way I want it to because emotions get in the way and stuff like that, and it's cost me quite a bit the past year, especially the past couple months because I have pushed two people away recently just because I was kind of going through a bad time and I do feel bad about it and I don't know if I can even reach out to them. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make this about me, but uh, yeah. Anyway, you guys really do mean the world to me, and I can't thank you enough. So, thank you guys for 10 years, and yeah. And I do have something I will be posting about maybe in the next video. Yeah, maybe the next video. Maybe different one after that, but I will be doing something as a thank you for you guys. I just need to just wait until I get my next paycheck, so then I can make sure that I can really treat you guys. So keep it a secret if you made it this far. Uh, and also, if you guys did make it this far, leave a comment down below saying, just put a comment saying whatever. Say hi, don't say hi. Uh, just put something, just so we can build a friendship. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you later. I love you guys. Thank you.